All right, we're recording. How to tell if a woman is a hoe and is not wife quality. So this video is for like the good boys, right? Like the good boys, like, say you're a teenager, even a little bit older, like you're a young guy, you know, honestly, like starting like 15, 16 years old, all the way to like mid 20s. Like a lot of us guys, like, we really don't have a lot of experience with dating. We don't really understand like women that well, and a lot of us, like, we just genuinely want like healthy relationships. Like I genuinely believe like most guys that have had like a normal family upbringing, like we just literally just want to like fall in love and like have normal relationships. But somewhere along the way, like a lot of us, we get like a girlfriend in high school, and then we just get like heartbroken, or she like breaks up with us, and then we think, everyone kind of has, that story. And the problem is a lot of these good boys like still exist, right? Like a lot of these good boys still exist. Like I don't know. I believe, like a lot of guys, if they found a girl that was like decent, like most guys nowadays are like desperate for love. Like most guys are down to like get married to like basically any girl that's like decent, right? Like not even like a dream girl, but like most guys will get decent to like a girl that is decent, right? The problem is like a lot of the good boys, right? They don't have a lot of like experience, right? And they'll just end up settling for girls that are just they're just hoes, bro. That are just like straight hoes. Like for example, everyone has that story, and they're like 14, 15 years old, and they have a crush on a girl in school, and they get like led on, or they have a little girlfriend like the ninth grade, and something happens, and then she ends up dating a guy that's like a year or two older than you because he has like a car or something, and then you're heartbroken about it. Like a lot of guys, like we just have these like stories, bro, and it all makes it like really, really like hardens us. And the thing is women think in a very certain way, right? Like they're not the same as like men. Like they're definitely not the same as us. Like they're their behaviors are, the way they think is very different, right? And a lot of like the good boys that genuinely just like want to fall in love, like right, want to have like a healthy relationship. Like they don't really even know how to like read women. And a lot of like women, like when they're younger, like a lot of them would just be like extremely promiscuous when they're younger, and then they'll want like a good boy like you when they get like older. And they just have so many red flags, and that's why like the divorce rate is like so high, because a lot of guys genuinely don't know like the things I'm about to talk about in this video. So it's like I want to make like videos like for the good boys, because bro, it's just like average man, you are on track to be broke, depressed, and fat. Marry a girl that is going to end up lying to you and is going to divorce you, and you're probably going to end up suicidal, right? Like that's like the track for like a lot of like modern men, like genuinely, especially if, like you're in the, like a white man, right? And like third, like in first world country like US, UK, like bro, like that's genuinely like the track rate for most of us, and especially a lot of the dudes that have like no experience, bro. They just end up getting wrecked, right? So, and this video doesn't even necessarily have to be for like the good boys. This could be for like some of the the guys that are like kind of experienced, but maybe want to learn some things, right? So here's the thing, right? When you first meet a girl, right? What is probably like the first thing that you should do? Especially, if you meet a girl, you start talking for a little bit, you know, like you kind of start to catch yourself like catching feelings. Like, oh yeah, I kind of like this girl. The absolute first thing you should do is you need to background check her, bro. Like for example, right? If you go to apply to a job, right? Like they want to literally know like how many jobs you've had previously, right? Like what's your job count, right? Like, they want to know your job count. They want to know like how many jobs have you had within the past year. Like like they're literally counting like your job count, right? And they even want the contact information of like your previous managers, right? They do. They want to contact your previous employers. They want to know where you've worked. They want to know what experience you've had, right? So like when you get a job, right, like they're gonna background check you, right? And a lot of guys, for example, like they'll meet a girl. that they'll just know is just like an absolute like hoe, right? And they'll just completely ignore her past because they'll be like, the past is the past. It doesn't really matter. But I would honestly say, like, the smarter you are, the more and more and more like you would want to background check a girl's past, right? Because, like, for example, like literally the virginity is literally correlated with a marriage lasting, right? So like you got to think like a girl that is a virgin and gets married, like, the probability she stays married is like what, like 80, 90%. And then once it becomes like one or two sexual partners, it literally jumps down to like half. And then even more than that, like, bro, it's like you might as well not even get married, bro. So here's the thing. I would honestly say like the smarter guys, like the smartest guys are really sensitive to judging a girl's past, right? And a lot of feminists are going to say like you're absolutely wrong for that, but you're not. You're not. Like when you get a job, they're absolutely background checking your past, right? And most women now, like they'll be so hard to just like judge guys for like the dumbest reasons. Like you could literally be like a really smart guy, you could be extremely respectful. You could have your like entire life together, and some girls just literally like won't want to date you because you like sneezed and you give them the ick. They'll just say he sneezed, he gave me the ick. And like they'll just like they won't even want to talk to you for that. They'll disqualify you because of that, right? So it's like, bro, like you're not insecure for being like disgusted by a girl's past. You're not insecure for wanting to like background check her. Honestly, like, bro, if you like interview her ex boyfriends, like see what happened, see why they broke up, like low key, like I don't think that's even far fetched at all, right? Because here's the thing, bro. Let's say, for example, you have like 100 grand. Say, let's say you have 100 grand, and you want to invest into this company, right? Or you want to end up buying a car, right? Let's say you want to end up buying a car, right? And you go to the car dealership, and the car salesman, he's really nice to you. He's like, yeah, this is the best car. This is, the best one in the market. You're gonna love it. And it's like a $50,000 car. You're trying to buy like a nice car or something, right? Because you're 20 years old and you want a car, right? So here's the thing: if you were buying a used car that was that expensive, would you buy the car just because the guy is nice to you? Or would you background check the salesman? Would you background check the car? Would you want like a Carfax? Would you want to know like any previous accidents? Like you would want to know the history on the car. Like it would make sense. Cause like what if you like talk to 10 other people that this guy sold cars to, and they'll be like, yeah, this guy's a liar, he's a scammer. You just like it would be smart not to buy a car from that guy. And then if you found out, like, just for the sake of this video, let's say for example you found out that like you got a Carfax check on it, and you found out that like 20 other guys have ejaculated inside of the car, like they were just ejaculating, like they were just, they were just doing the stuff inside of the car. You'd be like, that's kind of disgusting. I don't want to buy that car anymore, right? And as we've just discussed, it's like, bro, like a girl's past is literally like correlated to like how long lasting your marriage is, right? Like it literally is. Like if you're good, like for the good boys, if you ever want to consider like having a long term relationship and like falling in love and like starting a family, you are not insecure at all for like back checking a girl's past and like being absolutely like disgusted by things she's done previously or like previous relationships. Like you were not weird at all for that. And honestly, bro, it doesn't even matter like if you're a guy or you have like a lot of experience with women or you like don't, like just any guy with like a heavy like a normal level of like testosterone is just going to be like disgusted by like hearing about like like things like their like wife or girlfriend did with like their ex-boyfriend. Like it's completely normal, right? So we've already decided that that a girl's past is completely correlated to whether or not you basically end up staying together, right? And you actually like the relationship is even worth any time. And with the investment analogy, like it's like, bro, of course you would background check the car. You wouldn't just trust whatever the car salesman tells you. Like, of course you would background check it, So I would honestly say, like in this scenario, like if you're about to invest a lot of money into something or a company, like you would do background research on the company before you invested into it, right? Whether you're investing money or you're investing emotionally into a girl, it's kind of like this the same thing. Like you wouldn't just, spend like half of your money to invest into some random stock of some random company just because it made you feel a certain type of way. Like any logical man, you would like no, you would want to know everything about the company before you put half your money into it, right? So I would honestly say, like, bro, like in this scenario, like it's actually smart to like background check a girl's past, like, like know about her history and to basically judge her for that. Like obviously, like you're not like if you found out that a girl, had like 10 previous sexual partners, like bro, like you're not gonna tell her that she's a whore. Like you're not gonna do that. Like it's not necessary, but like subconsciously, you're kind of just saying, oh yeah, like this is like clearly someone that you would never like want to marry or like take seriously. Right. That's kind of what I mean by that. Like you're not rude, but you're kind of just like, yep, yep, yep. Like it's kind of just like, how we can all relate to this, but like for example, I remember when I was like in high school, I was training, I was going to the gym every single day, and like you're posting videos of you in the gym. There's always like that one fat kid in school that's just like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna get in the gym, I'm gonna get in the gym, and he just never does. So eventually, like you stop giving him gym advice, you kind of stop asking him to like meet up with you and hang out. 'Cause you just kind of accept you're just this guy's like he's just like a loser, like he's not worth it, right? And when you meet these girls that have like these huge like sexual pasts, bro, you just literally need to mass blanket like ban them. Like just don't even like the idea of them existing as a potential like relationship partner inside of your brain. Just no, just delete it, bro. Really. Another thing is like, bro, like don't ignore red flags. Like for example, when you're really in love with a girl, right? Like you're really in love. A lot of guys will say like, "Oh yeah, I love my girl. She doesn't have any red flags. She has all green flags." Is that true, bro? Every single time, where like I could think back to like a girl I had a crush on, right? At the time, you're like really obsessed with the girl. You think she's perfect, but just like, bro, looking back at it like years in the future, you can usually always write down like red flags. Like for example, remember there was like this girl that I really had a crush on when I was 18. So I'm 21. This was like 3 years ago. And at the time, I thought this girl was like absolutely perfect. And when things don't work out, you're obviously heartbroken because you think this girl's like perfect. But now, like looking back at it years later, bro, you could literally see like, yeah, like you can just jot down all the red flags and you just get over it. And you're like, obviously that didn't work. So it's just like, bro, like you were not insecure by judging a girl by her past. You were not insecure by like, you were not insecure for like noticing red flags in people and just not wanting to talk to them or associate them. Men and women, bro, like you don't want to gender the argument. Like, bro, like if you were friends with the guy, he just was just like lied to you or like betrayed your trust, like you would just stop talking to him, right? Like it's the same thing like here, right? So so it's just like yeah, like don't ignore red flags. And like you gotta think, bro, like the reason this is so serious is like what is probably the number one way to like ruin the next like year or two of your life and just become like really depressed and like angry at the world. It's like just to like fall in love with the hoe, bro, and get your heart broken, right? Like don't ignore these red flags. Like don't, because here's the thing, like I've turned 21 like in July, right? And although I'm like still young, it's like bro, like you kind of got to realize you don't have infinite years, right? It's like all right, you're 21, right? It's like I was 17 4 years ago in 2022. I was a senior in high school. That was 4 years ago, right? Like that time went by kind of fast. Like sure, a lot happened, but that time went by like relatively fast, right? Right? Like 4 years ago, 2022, right? So in another 4 years, I'm gonna be 25 years old. In another 4 years, I'll be 29. I'll nearly be 30. Like you don't have unlimited years, right? Especially years as like a young man, like you're healthy and like you can work and you can take action. you don't have like unlimited of these years, dude, to just like sit around and like waste or like, just end up falling in love with a girl that's like clearly a hoe and just to like ruin the next 2 years of your life to be in like a pointless relationship with a girl that you know is just clearly a hoe. Like, so when I'm telling you, like, it's like this is genuinely serious, bro. Like, do not ignore a girl's red flags. Honestly, bro, as soon as you start to feel that you're catching feelings for a girl, literally take a pen and paper and just write down like the red flags you see in her. Sure, you could note the green flags too. You're already subconsciously doing that, but just write down the red flags, right? And a girl always has red flags, bro. No matter how much you like her, she always has red flags. Like in the moment when you're really in love or you really like someone, you don't really even think about it. But basically, every single time looking back at it, you know there's red flags. So that person that you're thinking about right now, bro, if you're just like struggling to like get over her or whatever, because you just think when you like start to catch feelings, it kind of feels like something's coming on all of a sudden and like you can't really stop it. But it's like, dude, just jot down her red flags, bro. Just jot down her red flags and just look at them. Like it's genuinely that serious. Like this is basically how you stop it. Like don't ruin the next like 2 or 3 years of your life being in a pointless relationship and then looking back later and just being like, yeah, there were clearly all these red flags the entire time, right? If you excuse me, I'll be back. I got to get my power cord. All right. What's up? I'm back. I got to charge my computer. I got to charge my computer for the sake of my computer not dying on me during this video. Who knows how long we have left talking. All right. Yeah, so we talked about red flags, bro. Like, just don't ignore red flags. And like I'm telling you, especially if you're a guy watching this, like you're 17, 18 years old, you don't have that much experience. Like, please pay attention to like what I'm going to say on this next slide. Like, please listen to me. I beg you. I've learned this the hard way through so many interactions, bro, and etc. So it's like basic red flags. And here's another thing: no red flags is not a green flag, bro. Here's the thing: sometimes you really like a girl, and you're like, oh yeah, she has all these green flags, right? I promise you, she doesn't. Every girl has red flags. Everyone has red flags, dude. Like, you maybe not have thought about it, but they still exist. And even for example, like you'll meet or like say if you meet like a really religious girl, she comes from a really nice family, like really respectful, and she doesn't seem like she's a hoe at all. So not even necessarily any red flags, but that's not a green flag because you'd be surprised. Like a lot of these girls, right, can still be like impulsive liars, right? They can literally lie to you about everything. So like, how would you feel? Like, you could have a girl that comes from like a good Christian household, normal family, comes from money, is respectful, seems nice, but she just lies to you about everything. Like on the surface, you'd be like, yeah, that's a good girl, but bro, you really know, you really don't know, and that's why I'm saying like, if you really like a girl and you're really starting to feel yourself like fall in love, and it kind of feels like it's something that's coming on and you can't really stop it, bro, stop it. I promise you, you need to background check everything about her before you catch feelings. And bro, there's always a red flag with someone, and just because a girl doesn't have any red flags, that's not a green flag. So here's the thing. Here, what are some basic red flags? Like, obviously, like lying, right? Like, bro, if a girl lies to you, right? Because here's the thing. I wrote, every woman has red flags, and ignoring them will ruin your life. Like we've already said, like if you ignore girls' red flags, you end up getting a relationship with basically a hoe. You end up um, getting divorced. She steals your money. You're depressed. Like it will literally ruin your life. Like that's most men's existence. It's like they literally have kids that don't respect them. You know, like bro, it's they're in like in sexless marriage. Like bro, it's terrible. Like bro, like I'm telling you. And here's the thing: with every girl that you're talking to, imagine her as like your daughter. Like imagine like you. Let's say in the future, right? You're a father and you have a daughter. Imagine she was like your daughter, right? And you're just like the guy that your daughter is talking to. And just kind of judge it from that lens, right? If you wouldn't be proud of her like being like your daughter, right? Like you probably shouldn't date her, right? Because like, so just keep that frame in mind. So like, it's just like if a girl like lies to you, right? Like what if she's obviously lying about like her past or like the things she's done in the past, that is huge red flag. If she's disrespectful, right? Because here's the thing: sometimes you'll even cold approach girls, and as long as you don't do anything, like keep in mind, as long as you're respectful and you're not weird, like say for example, you're like you'll say for example, if you have like Snapchat, right? Like you'll text a girl like, "Hey, I think you're really beautiful," right? And she'll literally entertain the conversation for a little bit, and then like a week later after you've been talking to a girl, like her boyfriend will send you like a Snapchat, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, like hey or whatever," and it's just like, because here's the thing: first of all, that girl is still entertaining other guys on Snapchat. Like she's not a good guy, or like just girls being extremely disrespectful, being rude to people, right? Like if you cold approach a girl and you're very respectful, and you're just like, "Hey, I think you're really beautiful," and she just tells you like to f off, or she's extremely rude, or she's like, "I have a boyfriend, f off," or something. Like, bro, like, dude, that's a huge red flag anyway. Like if a girl's extremely disrespectful, because here's the thing: when you're picking like a serious partner, like you're judging her. Imagine she was your daughter. Because the thing, bro, if you marry a girl and you end up having kids, like your daughter, your children are going to be a reflection of her, basically. Like most people pretty much just end up exactly like their parents. Like most people, it takes a lot of work to break out of that cycle, but most people just completely end up exactly like their parents, right? So it's just like, bro, like if a girl is extremely disrespectful, or like she's like lying, or she's just not kind, right? It's like, bro, like that's just like so unattractive, right? Because it's just like you're not even a good person. Like even with me, when I'm inconvenienced, I'm not disrespectful. I'm not rude to people. I just kind of move on, right? So it's just like it's like yeah, it's like a lot of guys would be like, oh yeah, like when you text a girl, I think you're really pretty, and she takes a screenshot and like tells you that she sends it to like their group chat. It's like, bro, like that is clearly not, a woman that you would even want to have in your life anyway, bro. Like that's just literally like, oh yeah, like she's a hoe, she's immature. This is clearly a girl I would never want to date anyway, and just leave it at that. Like as soon as you notice these red flags, just just drop the girl from your brain, bro. And here's the thing: like even if you go to approach a girl, you're like, I think you're really beautiful. She makes fun of you to her friends. It's just like, bro, like who cares? Like, bro, she's just showing to you that she's immature and that she's a liar and that she's disrespectful. And it's like, all right, yeah, she's a piece of shit, bro. Low key, like it's really that easy to just get over it. So when you start writing down a lot of these red flags, you're like, oh yeah, I really like this girl, but then she lied to her friend group and told them I was all terrible after I did all these good things for her. And like looking back at it, you're like, oh, I really loved her, I really loved her. But looking back at it, you're like, nah, bro, she was just an immature girl. She was a liar. She was extremely disrespectful. This is clearly not anyone that I would even want to have in my life anyway. It's the exact same way you should treat like guys that you're friends with, right? Like imagine, for example, you run a business and you have an employee, and one of your employees is constantly lying to you. He's basically stealing money from the company, and he's disrespectful to you. You would just tell him to leave. You'd be like, "Yeah, f off, bro." It's like you're basically stealing from me, and you're extremely disrespectful about it. It's like leave. Like I can find another guy. Like, I can find another guy to work. Like, it's not that deep. And here's the thing, bro. Like when you have like a crush on a girl, or like you're thinking about a girl like all the time, like bro, she's taking up headspace in your brain. So that's why I'm saying, like, bro, like if a girl ever lies to you or is disrespectful, just instantly, like, bro, just, bro, get her out of your brain. Like, she's not anyone that you even want to have like in your life. Seriously, that's what I'm saying. Take these red flags extremely seriously, especially to a lot of like you young guys. Because especially like what I've noticed, and even I've done this, like when you're younger, when you're a teenager, you'll like develop these like really obsessive crushes on girls like when you're in like high school or like you like up to like 18, 19. But for me it was like in high school you'll develop these like really obsessive crushes on girls and you'll be thinking about a girl all the time, and just the entire time, bro, she just ain't all that. And like you're basically looking back like, oh, over the past 6 months you've just been obsessed with this girl, and you're like, bro, like she was a bum. And that's basically the scenario every single time. So like it's like, dude, if you're like falling in love with a girl and you start like feeling scared, because it is like a scary thing, bro. It is. It's like a spell, right? And sometimes you feel like you can't stop it. Always just go back and just look at these red flags, bro. Because a lot of times you'll basically find something that will like extremely disgust you. Another red flag for me is just a girl like being extremely left wing and like liberal in her worldviews. Like it's just a personal thing for me, dude. I mean, and here's the thing, bro. If you're an extremely masculine man, right? You're an extremely masculine guy, right? A lot of these like liberal left wing women, like they don't even really like you. Like like you could be extremely kind, extremely respectful. Like they really don't like you, bro. Like they don't. Like they'll literally like hate on you. Like you could go to the gym and they said that would give them the ick. Like I remember like when I was in high school, like I would get into gym. I was going gym a lot, and you're posting like pictures of you in the gym and your gym progress. Like a lot of these like left wing like liberal girls will like literally, it gives them the ick. Like you going to the gym gives them the ick. Like you going to the gym and like wanting to like be strong and like wanting to make money and like bro, like they're just kind of disgusted by that. They like a lot of them that like genuinely turns them off. A lot of these like left wing girls, bro, like they're on like birth control, so they're into like the skinny like TikTok boy, and that's just like a huge red flag, right? Like if you meet a girl that's like extremely left wing or extremely liberal in her worldviews, just in my opinion, bro, just don't acknowledge or like even want to interact with her in any way, because most of their opinions are just completely just like terrible and don't even align like with reality. And especially you as like a masculine man, like you're never going to be able to get this girl to like want to commit to like being like a serious relationship or having like a traditional relationship, like wanting to be like a mother, right? Right? Like to like a big family, right? And it's just like, here's the thing: a lot of these like left wing, like really feminist, like women, like not the extreme ones, right? A lot of dudes will like entertain these girls just because like they want to smash, like right, like most 18, 19-year-old guys, like they're horny. They'll entertain these girls that are like really like left wings or really left wing, that really don't even want to be around them, just because for the sake of like wanting to like smash or have like an F buddy. And I'm just telling you, bro, like it's bro, it's not even worth it. Like say for example, you meet this girl, she's like extremely liberal. She hates you for like literally going to the gym. It gives her the ick, like you wanting to like make money and like be successful, right? Or like even just being remotely masculine at all and having like respect for yourself as a guy. like gives her the ick. It like makes her not like you. Like, dude, even if you talk to these girls and you can even get like sex out of them, bro, which is what a lot of guys want, bro. Like, it's literally not even worth it, right? So, like, if you like start talking to a girl, like in my opinion, like if you start talking to a girl and you just don't like click right away, like a lot of guys will like think about it. They'll just be like, oh, why didn't she like me? And me, I'll just be like, bro, she's like left wing. She's really liberal, bro. Like this is never gonna be like a girl that you're gonna ever want to have a serious relationship with. Like a lot of these girls, like they watch like Brain Dead. They watch like Love Island, bro. Like watch these brain rot TV shows that feed them like this feminist propaganda, and they're just kind of brain dead, bro. Like, they're just kind of brain dead, like scrolling TikTok. Like this is never gonna be a girl that you're ever going to want to associate with. Like I remember even when I was like 17 years old, I had this huge crush on this girl in school, right, or whatever. And at the time I really liked her, but she was just like she was extremely left wing, extremely liberal, and at the time I didn't think that like matter. But I'm just telling you, like, bro, like if your political views don't align with like a girl, like, bro, it's nothing else is like really worth it because you're not even going to be able to tolerate stand being around them, right? And these are like, and here's the thing about like being in a sorority, especially like girls in university. There's a caveat to this because obviously like not all girls in like sororities are like a red flag. But here's the thing: if you're like a 21-year-old guy and you're dating a girl, she's 20 and she's in like Delta Zeta sorority, right? Right, and she's like going out to clubs, drinking, like partying. Bro, just don't date these girls that are in sororities or like in these friendship circles and like want to be friends with like a bunch of women, bro. Because all of them hate each other. They all hate each other, and most of them are bad influences on people. And like, here's the thing: like, even me as like a guy, like I've never wanted to be in like a fraternity. Like I've always thought like dudes in fraternities were like kind of weird because just like it's like, bro, like, you're a grown ass man. Like even once you hit 18 years old and 19 years old, like you're a grown ass man. Like you should be working all day every day. Like why would you want to be around like other men just like basically jerking each other off and drinking beer and talking about football games? Like it's kind of gay. Like the entire like culture and like fraternities is just like kind of gay because when you join like a fraternity, it's not necessarily like an organic power structure. It's kind of just like you have an organic power structure, right? It's like you meet your friend, you know, and like there's kind of like a friend group and there's like the leader of like the friend group and you guys go out, you go to the gym, you do cool stuff, kind of like a normal friend group. When you join like a fraternity, it's like you're paying money to like have friends with other guys and you have like I guess like the elected leader of like the frat or whatever. It's just like weird. Like it's weird. The entire thing is just gay to me. Like me as a masculine man, like the idea of like wanting that is like kind of gay, right? And it kind of just signals like, you're not interested in a serious relationship. Like if you're a guy in a fraternity and like especially if you're like going out drinking, partying, doing a lot of this like degenerate stuff, right? Like you're basically in a place and you're basically saying I'm in a place in my life where I'm not serious, right? So for example, if a girl is in a sorority and she's still addicted to like a lot of attention, she wants a lot of male attention. She's still wants to have a lot of female friends that are also addicted to male attention that are probably bad influences on her. She's going out, she's drinking, she's partying. Bro, she's clearly not in a serious place in her life. Like she clearly isn't saying, I want to be a wife right now. She's not. So if you try to like date these girls that are like in sororities and like they'll literally like lead you on, and this is what I'm saying to like the good boys, these girls will lie to you because women will completely lie to you. They'll say like, oh yeah, I want a guy that will like take me on a date and like give me flowers, right? But then they're just doing this like hoe shit. Like they're just doing this hoe shit. Like they're doing girls' night outs, going to bars, clubs, like drinking, like being having a bunch of male friends. But they'll be like, I need a guy to court me. I need a guy to court me. And it's just like, bro, it's like but they clearly don't. Like they'll tell you, the good boy, that they want a guy to treat them nice. They want a guy to treat them respectful. They want a guy to take them on dates. I'm telling you, bro, they don't. They don't. They want to be hoes. Like if you see these girls that are like in like the sorority, like nightlife, going out to bars, drinking, partying, like bro, these girls they don't want a serious relationship. They'll like tell you that they will, but like they don't. they don't. And if you try to, entertain one with them, you're just going to lose your mind because you're going to have to be explaining basic things to her. It's just like, if you want a serious relationship right now, you can't go to the club like barely having any clothes on. Like, you're gonna have to be explaining these things to her. Like, legitimately, you will. And then she'll be like, "You're a bad person. You're insecure." And just like, bro, you're not insecure. We already discussed earlier. Like, if you are disgusted by a girl's past, you are disgusted by her behavior. It is literally smart. Like, it is smart. So it's just like, no, like, you're not insecure at all. And bro, women will judge you. Like, if you're not, bro, if you're not 6 feet tall, right? Like, most women will be like, he doesn't even qualify. So you are not insecure at all for judging her, bro. Don't you ever get that mixed up for a second. And just like some other red flags, like male friends, it's just like, okay, yeah. So I talked about it later. So it's just like, bro, if a girl has like male friends, bro, she's not a wife quality girl. Like, if she's friends with other men and she's talking to guys, she's clearly not a wife quality girl, unless it's, like, obviously like a family member, right? It's just like a family member, like a brother, a cousin, maybe. Even gay guys is like a little bit weird in my opinion. But it's just like, bro, like a wife quality girl, like she's not having casual friendships with like men. She's just not, right? Because we as men, we completely understand, especially straight homosexual men, we don't want to be friends with women and we don't really want to talk to women that we're not interested in. Because we have male friends, right? Like, I'm not interested in, you know, like talking to girls about things that they're interested in. Like, I'm not. Like, I'm not. Like, I'm only talking to them for the possibility of dating them. Besides that, like, I'm not really talking to them. And we as men, we kind of already know. Like, we already know. Like, you're only talking to her because she's attractive, right? And because if she basically gave you the opportunity to sleep with her, you would do it. So it's just like, bro, these girls that have like male friends, they even subconsciously they know. Like, you'll be dating girls and you'll be like, yeah, like, you need to block all these guys that follow you on social media. You need to remove them if you're serious about this relationship. And then she'll just be like, nope, 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 nope. You're insecure. You're insecure. It's like, bro, you're not insecure. Because basically what happens every single time is like, bro, the second you get in an argument, she's gonna want to talk to one of them. And as soon as you break up, she's gonna sleep with one of them. So you need to be very firm on your boundaries. And it's just like, bro, like, if you have to tell her these things, like, you have to tell her, bro, like, don't lie, don't be disrespectful, make sure you agree on your politics. Make sure, bro, like, if you have to tell her like not to go to the club, if you have to tell her like not to talk to and entertain other guys when you're in a relationship, these things shouldn't even be things I should have to tell you, right? Because these girls will tell you, oh, you're insecure if you don't want me to have friends in a relationship. But it's just like, bro, even she deep down knows, bro. Even she deep down knows, bro, that they want to have sex with her. Like, she knows that. Like, they won't tell you that, but they know. They know. And you're not insecure at all. And it's just like drinking, like partying, and it kind of goes back to, it's just like, bro, like, if she's going out to clubs, drinking, partying, she's clearly not in a serious place in her life. So if you're trying to force like a serious relationship with that, it's just not going to work. Even if she tells you that's what she wants, she doesn't, because her lifestyle doesn't reflect it. It would be the guy that is telling you like he wants to like lose weight, but every time like you see him, like, he's literally never in the gym. He's just eating junk food. Like, he clearly doesn't want to change. He says he wants to lose weight, sure, sure, but he doesn't. He's not taking, like, bro. His lifestyle isn't reflecting that he's uncomfortable being fat, right? And it's kind of just like these shouldn't even be things that I should have to tell you. But I remember when I was like 17 or 18 years old, like I probably needed to hear this, because like, obviously when you're 17, 18 years old, you're like kind of disgusted by like a girl, having like a male best friend or whatever. Like, you're kind of disgusted, but you're kind of just like, oh, it's not the worst thing in the world if she's nice to me. Like, it's really unfair to judge her about her past, or she like had a hookup in the past. Like, this is kind of what like most of the good boys think, because you want to get married, you want to have a serious relationship, and these women will lie to you. They will. So like, when I was younger, I would honestly think like, oh yeah, like, like, this isn't really a big deal. But now, like, I'm just saying, it's like, bro, if a girl has any of these, bro, just dump her, bro. Just be like, yeah, she's a hoe. She clearly does not want a serious relationship, and she's got to go. Like just as simple as that. And like you listening to that, bro, will probably make you maybe help you stop you from killing yourself. Like low key. Like don't be one of these guys that falls in love with a hoe, just completely ruins his life, becomes depressed. Like I'm telling you right now, like background check her, vet her, do it. And here's the even thing about it. Like I think it's like what? Like it's probably like it's like, dude, like so many men even like nowadays just raise kids that aren't even theirs. Like I don't know, maybe like 1 in 20 men are probably raising a kid that aren't even theirs. So like, bro, it's like you get a men's group of like 20 men that all have kids, and like one of them is probably raising a child that's not even theirs because they don't do these background checks, right? It's like a girl will have like a male friend, like a sneaky link, and she'll get pregnant and like convince the boyfriend that's his. And here you are, you run your own business, you're trying to treat your son to be the CEO of the company, like once you retire, and the kid's not even yours. Like that's just kind of disgusting, bro. Like any girl that would have respect for you, it just would just come kind of understand this. It like, but I have to explain this to you, especially the good boys, because you want a relationship, you want like love, and like when you meet a girl that like is really into you or shows you a lot of attention for the first time, you really don't you really want to overlook these red flags. But I'm telling you, dude, like you cannot, bro, ignore these red flags. So here's like another thing, like her family relationship. Like, bro, if she has a bad relationship with her father, that's a huge red flag. It's just a huge red flag. It's like, dude, girls that have relationships with their father, bad relationships with his father, have all these other things like all the time. Like they hate men, they lie, they're disrespectful, they're probably extremely left wing. You know, and it's just an indicator of like how she's going to treat you. Like, she's a bad relationship with her father, like, bro, she's not going to have a good relationship with you probably. And obviously, it depends upon like who her father actually is. But in general cases, if a girl has like a good relationship with her father, because like her father's basically like protecting. Like, a good father like basically wants to protect like his daughter's virginity, basically like keep all the dudes away from her and like keep her pure. Right? That's what a good father like does. Right? So like if she has a good relationship with her father, she's not gonna do anything to like disrespect you as a man if she already loves her father, right? Especially like a lot of girls that have a good relationship with their father, are usually like more of like the religious one, usually one of the ones that they're not like misandrous, like they usually don't hate men because obviously they have a good relationship with their father. And yeah, so just if a girl has a bad relationship with her father, just red flag, just don't even consider dating her. Another thing is like social media, bro. This is another thing, bro, that I gotta say. Like, it's just like, dude, like you can just look at a girl's Instagram, and if she's following, this is like social media red flags 101, bro. But it's just like, bro, if a girl has like a snap score of like 5 million, like 1 million, and like she's not responding to you like for a day, but then her Snapchat score goes up 3,000, bro, she's just a hoe. She is, and yeah, you can make the argument, oh, maybe she's not talking to other guys. And first of all, I'm saying, bro, you think a girl gets a Snapchat score of 1 million, like 1 million Snapchats, and at least not one of them is a nude? You're telling me your Snapchat score went up by like 2 or 3 grand in one day, or 2 or 3 thousand in one day, and not one of them was like a guy that she's probably semi interested in, and she's not texting you. So like, think about like your mother. Does your mother have like Snapchat? Like, is your mother like texting random people and sending pictures all day to Snapchat, and just like ignoring your dad? Like, no, it's just weird. Like, this is social media stuff like 101, bro. And even for example, if a girl has like a Snapchat score of like 1 million, it's going up by like 10,000 a day, right? Even then, like she's just having little random conversations with like weird people or like her friends. It's just saying that she wants attention from like other women. That's like kind of the same sorority like mindset. Like she's not really in a serious place in her life, bro. She's just like still in like eighth grade in middle school. Like this is never a girl that you're ever going to be able to get a serious relationship with, no matter how much you try, because you're going to have to explain to her like these basic things. And like, bro, she's just not a place in her life anytime soon to ever want to have like a serious relationship or like want to be a mother, right? At least so, bro. So yeah, I think it's something like Snapchat score. Like most guys know that, right? And even for example, if you look at a girl's Instagram, say for example you look at a girl's Instagram, say she has like 500 followers and she's following like 400 people, right? And obviously you scroll through like the 400 followers and like half of them are guys, like guys. She's like a hoe, bro. Like if a girl follows like a bunch of dudes, she's a hoe. Like she's a hoe. She is, right? And like yeah, like there might be some family members, maybe it's like some childhood friends, but it's just like, bro, like if it's like a bunch of dudes that you know are like straight guys, right? They're like Chads, and she's like following like a bunch of guys, bro. Huge red flag, like just huge red flag. And even for example, like you look at like her pictures on Instagram and like random guys are like liking it, like obviously make sure they're not bot accounts, right? But it's like, say if a girl posts a picture on Instagram, she gets 200 likes, half of them are guys. You check her comment section, they're like all these random guys commenting like, bro, she's like, oh, like she's like, oh, like bro, this is disgusting, right? Like this is like hoe check like 101, like social media, like having a bunch of male friends. Like me personally, like on my Instagram right now, I follow like 600 people, and I follow my sister, a couple of my sister's friends, and the only reason I have them on Instagram is because I know some of them when I've talked to them, like when I like went to her apartment because she lived with a bunch of other girls. So I have like five of my sister's friends on Instagram that I follow, and the only reason I know them is because my sister um, talks about me to them. So that's the only reason I kind of know them. I follow maybe another like 10 to like 15, 10 to 20 maybe girls on Instagram. And all of them are basically, just girls I knew from like high school, like elementary school, that, like I just kind of know, like it was just kind of chill. And, and the rest of them were just like girls that, I was like in talking stages with. Right. So it's just like 600 girls, and like 10 of them are like ones that like view my story every day, or like I've texted before, or like I've talked to going on a date with them. So I just talk like I follow like what, like 600 people. Most of them are guys, right? Most of them are other men. 20 or so like women, right? So that's like what? That's like 3%. That's like 3% of the accounts that I follow are like women, right? So if you look at a girl's like social media page and she's following like even bro like 20, 30, 40, 50 plus percent guys, bro, she's a hoe, bro. Like, she's entertaining all of them, because the only girls that I follow on social media were like girls that like I was either actively talking to at one time, or that I know like I could DM right now and they would like open it, they would read it. Like those are the only girls that I follow on Instagram right now. And part of the reason you're like following them is because you want to see if they get another boyfriend, like if they ever like upgrade, which is like interesting. But it's like, yeah, so it's just like, and I'm clearly saying that like as a man, like the only girls that I follow on social media are, either like family stuff, or like, or, or like girls that I was like either talking to or interested in at one point. Right. So you could just imagine, like, if a girl has like, she follows like 500 people on Instagram, like 300 of them are guys. Like, bro, just imagine like her DMs, like imagine checking her phone. And that's not even the worst part. Like, like Snapchat, like, bro, most girls are like casually texting like 20 to 30 guys like per month. And that's the average girl like on Snapchat at any given time. And obviously, like your Snapchat, you can't like really see like who people are like publicly following, and the chats disappear after 24 hours. So if you look at a girl's like social media, and like you can see like people are like guys are liking it and like they're commenting, and she follows a bunch of guys. Just imagine, bro, the amount of dudes she's talking to. Like imagine like the private chats like that you could just imagine in her phone. Like imagine the things she said. It's just like, bro, like she's not a wife quality girl. Like just ignore that. If a girl has like a huge sexual like past, that's also a red flag. Like just in my opinion, like it depends upon the situation, right? Because it's like if you're talking to a girl and she's like 19 years old and she has like one like body count, so number of people you've had sex with. If a girl has like a body count of like one, but it was like maybe like a high school boyfriend, they were dating for like a long time, that's not that bad, because like she was kind of going for being for a wife. They dated for like a couple of years. There was some commitment in there. But even to like most guys, like that's still like kind of gross. It's kind of disturbing, at least for me. But like if a girl, if you ever find out like a girl, she's like 21 years old and she like had sex with a guy outside of a relationship, and the guy was basically just having sex with her for free, and without having any like of the commitment whatsoever, bro. That like hurts the most. Especially if a girl tells you like she has like five hookups or like five guys like over the course of a couple years that she wasn't even in a relationship with, that basically didn't even really care about her, were just like having sex with her. Like, bro, it's just like you'd be disgusting. Like, I clearly don't want to marry this girl. That's just gross. Like, that's just disgusting. It just is, bro. It's a huge red flag. Do I talk more about this on another slide? Okay, yeah, I do. I definitely do. And here's the thing: like, if a girl has like a beta male ex boyfriend, right? Like, say for example, if you see like a girl and she has like an ex boyfriend, he's like really skinny, and he kind of looks like he's like really liberal, and she's talking about, yeah, this is my ex boyfriend. That's a red flag too, because that's telling you that she's into those guys. So if you try to come in being like the traditional like masculine Chad type guy, like she's just not going to be into you. Like I've tried this. Like I remember I was talking to a girl that I kind of liked one time, and she was complaining about how she had this ex boyfriend, and he was kind of like basically what I would have called a guy that was like a loser. Like basically just like a loser, like not really doing anything with his life. And the thing is here's the thing, but that's the guy that she chose. Like she chose that guy. Like because all of these girls that are on birth control, they like the skinny guys, they like the kind of submissive guys, right? So it's just like, yeah, if a girl has like a beta male ex boyfriend, that's also a red flag. Another thing to note, because that's what she likes. So you should kind of be disgusted by if a girl dated a guy that was a loser, because it's also a reflection of her. Like if a girl dated like a guy, right, and he was kind of like an ultra Chad, like like going to the gym, like getting his money right. At least like there's like some degree of respect for that, right? At least in my opinion. If a girl like travels a lot, like bro, like you look at a girl's like Instagram bio and like there are like flags of like different countries. I just want you to like equate like one body count added for like each country traveled. Like it's a bit different. Like if she traveled with family, or if it's like a really young girl, like 18 years old, it's a bit different, especially if she was traveling like with her family. But if it's like for a lot of these older guys, like I'm 21, so like a lot of you guys that are 21 could realistically date like maybe a woman that's like 25, and you just see like traveling like a lot of flags. It's just like, bro, like she easily had like at least one hookup in one country, like minimum. That's just kind of like a red flag, at least for me. Weird friends. If a girl has like really weird friends, or like really liberal friends, or just like friends that are like hoes, you're clearly not good influences on her. Like they're taking her out to nightclubs, bars, they're instilling these ideas in her. That's also a red flag. No accountability. Like for example, if you're talking to a girl and like she's telling you about all her ex boyfriends and they were all her fault and she didn't do anything wrong and they were all terrible human beings, bro, just run. Just run, because like if you end up dating a girl like this, as soon as something goes wrong, you're the bad guy, and she will not take accountability for anything she does. And this is never someone that you're gonna want to date. Like if you're talking to a girl and everything she tells you about this other guy, it was all his fault. She didn't do anything wrong, bro. If she cannot take any accountability for any of her actions, just don't date her. Like, and thing is, like, when you notice these red flags, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't even sit here and think like, oh, maybe it can pass. It's just like, bro, just don't. Like, we've already told you, like, don't waste your life on this, dude. Like, literally, especially like the good boys. It's like kind of like hard to like not know this stuff, because you really like a girl shows you some attention, etc. You really overlook these red flags, but I'm telling you, don't. The thing is, bro, if a girl, she like scrolls like TikTok a lot, social media a lot, she's like really out of shape, bro. Don't marry a girl like that, please. Do not. And just like a thing with me personally, like piercings, like like especially like the nose ring, or like anything just besides like normal earrings that women have. No. And then like obviously like tattoos, like it like depends, like if it's like a Christianity tattoo that's like in the private part of like her body that no one else can see, like like that's different. But if it's like a sleeve, like an arm tattoo, like I don't know. And the same thing is like colored hair, right? And technically I shouldn't be saying these things. I make a lot of like medical content, and I do an e-commerce business, and I like take anyone's money basically. So I'm not necessarily judging people I'm just saying, in my experience, if you're a traditionally masculine man, you should just avoid these women. It's for your best interest, right? Because a lot of these women that like have the nose piercing or like have the arm sleeves, or like have the colored hair, it's just like these women, they're just really liberal. They're not really interested in like the traditional marriage, like they don't really necessarily even want to have kids, have a good family. A lot of them have like previous like trauma, etc. So, just in my opinion, dude, just don't consider dating these people. Like, just don't. Like, just as a general rule of thumb, like, I don't think I should elaborate any more, right? Like, obviously, you treat everyone with respect. Like, you treat everyone with respect, but like, in terms of like, if you're looking at a girl, like in the like world of like wanting to get married and like have kids, bro, like, if a girl has like green hair, bro, like, nah. Like even like because even like you can like a girl and she could be like really attractive and she could have no other red flags, or she has like like a purple colored hair like on like streaks in her hair. Like me personally, I'm just like yeah, she's crazy. Like I wouldn't date her, right? I just wouldn't. Like I just wouldn't. Me personally, and it's kind of just like yeah, like every girl, like every woman has these red flags, bro. Like don't ignore them. Like you're probably thinking of some girl right now that like you really like and like you really think you're falling for and you can't stop it, bro. Just evaluate the red flags. Like imagine her as her daughter. Like would you be disgusted or not? And another thing is, bro, it's okay to just like let a girl go. Like dude, even if you're thinking like, oh yeah, there was this girl that I really liked, but she was like kind of a hoe. She kind of lied to me about a couple of things. She's extremely disrespectful. You know, I don't even really want to think I can even tolerate being around her. It's like, bro, it's okay to just drop her. Like, right? If you're a young man, you're on like your path of self improvement, right? Like, say you're trying to establish a career, you're working every day, you're making more money, like bro, every few months you're going to become a better person, and the more you talk to and approach women, you're just going to have higher quality women interested in you every few months. So like here's the thing, like if you know that, if you're a young guy, are you really going to meet like a mid girl, like the girl that's like say like a 5 out of 10 in all qualities of her life, like basically just like mid average? Are you really going to meet a girl like this and just like settle? Is that what you want to do with your life? Like really? Like do I even have to ask you that question? Obviously the answer is no, right? And here's the thing, bro. As soon as you start to feel yourself catch like feelings for a girl, like you actually start to like, kind of like start to like her and like start thinking about long term relationship or like feelings, crushings. Background check her past. I'm telling you, because you might find some things that like are really like disgusting, right? And it's better for you to find out from the beginning than like later down the line when you're like been dating this girl for like a year and you find out something disgusting and you're extremely mad about it and you're insecure and you're thinking about it all the time. Just like bro, just figure it out from the beginning. Like background check her past. Another thing is like bro, like these girls will smash dudes they don't even follow. Like for example, like I even told you this scenario. Like this is social media like 101. Like seeing if a girl has like like you can just tell if she's interacting with a lot of guys on like social media. But the other thing is like a lot of these girls they'll like smash dudes. They'll sleep with guys they don't even follow, bro. Right? Like you. So it's just like you're looking through a girl's following list, like trying to find out who she might be talking to. It's just like most of the time, like they're not even following each other on social media, especially like Snapchat or like just got iMessage. Like a lot of these girls that like smash dudes they don't even follow. So you'd be surprised. And you really need to like know a girl's category. And I'll talk about that in a second. But when you're background checking a girl's past, if women know, like say you're talking to a girl, a woman or whatever, and she's like 19 years old and she kind of already likes you and she knows that you're gonna judge her negatively about like her being promiscuous. Some of them like will kind of lie to you or they won't tell you the full truth. They'll literally lie to you, bro. Like if you really like slut shame a girl and you tell her if you're just like, oh yeah, like I want like this really Christian girl, right? That like doesn't basically this like a virgin basically, and she knows you're gonna like slut shame her for her past, and she knows she's done all these like crazy things. Like of course she's not gonna tell you the truth. Like she's gonna downplay it a little bit. So like even like for the guys like that, this is gonna kind of hurt you a little bit, but you kind of have to seem like a sex enthusiast, right? You kind of have to. Like, you're gonna have to act like you're interested and act like asking her about her past. Like, obviously you're not, and you don't want to hear. But for the sake of talking to her, you're gonna have to act like, you're not gonna judge her. So as soon as you start to catch feelings for a girl, like, you need to background check her past. So she tells like, oh yeah, I had an ex boyfriend. Like, ask her, just be like, oh yeah, like what kind of experiences like did you have? Like, what did you guys do? Right? And like, don't judge her, right? Like, don't tell her that you're like. Thing is, don't tell her that you're background checking her. Don't tell her that you're evaluating these red flags. You can do all of this without telling her, right? It's kind of like when the guy tries to sell you, like when the guy tries to sell you the car, like, bro, like, you're like searching, you're looking up this guy online, you're trying to figure out everything with the business. Like, you're not telling this guy that you're doing it, right? You're just still doing it. It's like the same thing. It's like when you meet a girl and you kind of start to like feel yourself like catching feelings, background check her past as soon as a first like kind of feeling that you feel like, oh yeah, I might feel like I might kind of feel like I'm maybe falling in love with this girl. Background check her past, bro. Know her category before you fall in love. So like, bro, it's like, just seem like you're like a sex enthusiast, right? Like, even for example, this was in like May. I was talking to this girl, so this was like 3 months ago. I was talking to this girl and she was like 18. She was 18, so she was like I was 20. She was 18, so she was literally like a senior graduating high school. She just graduated high school. She was 18, and I was 20. And I remember I was talking to this girl. We were talking for like a week or so, like talking on and off. We had like a couple of video calls, and I was like, oh yeah, I kind of like this girl. She's like cute. She's really interested in me. And we like even considered like talk about going on a date. And then like we had like a video call one day because we're doing like FaceTime or whatever. And she told me she had an ex boyfriend for like 3 years, and we got into the conversation about what she was doing. And she kind of just told me, like, because I'm doing this tactic, I don't want to judge her negatively because I know she's not going to tell me the truth. And she just told me, she's like, oh yeah, like, I'm not a virgin. I had like a boyfriend or whatever, which is kind of like, it kind of makes your heart sing a little bit, especially when you're kind of thinking like, oh yeah, like, you want to marry this girl, and like, she has like a sexual past. Any dude with normal levels of testosterone, like, it's going to make your heart sink a little bit. But it's much better to like ask, as soon as you start to catch feelings, than if you wait like a while down the road. Like, I promise you. So anyway, this girl, she kind of told me, she was like, oh yeah, like, we just had sex or whatever. And as soon as she tells you that, obviously your heart like drops, bro, because you're just like, bro, I really like this girl. Like, I was considering dating her seriously, and like, she has this past. It's just like any dude with a normal level of testosterone, bro. Like, it just kind of makes you feel a little bit weird, right? And and it's like, yeah, like, at first I didn't really judge her, because if you judge her, she won't tell you the truth. So you kind of have to seem like you're enthusiastic, like you're interested and wanting to hear about what she did. Like, you want to kind of seem like a sex enthusiast, as weird as it is. And like, they'll like change their stories. Like, and you'll just be like, oh yeah, like, what happened? And she's like, oh yeah, we didn't really do that much. And then like, you'll find out that over the course of like, and here's the thing, what happened with this girl. She'll just be like, oh yeah, like, not that much happened. But then you really like deep dive into her and you don't judge her, and you'll basically find out like over like a 2 year period, she like dated this guy, and he was based, and they like had sex like over 100 times, and she was doing like oral and like everything with this guy in high school. Like, he was basically just coming over to her house and just like pounding her every day for like 2 years straight. From the time this girl was like 16 to they're 18, they were just having like sex, right? And you only find that out if you can't be judgmental. Because if you're judgmental and you're like, you're a whore, you're a whore, you're a whore, she's not going to tell you anything. She might have just told you, oh yeah, I just had a boyfriend and we just like kissed or whatever. So you can't judge her because she won't tell you the truth. And obviously, hearing that, like, I was just kind of disgusting. I was disgusted by that. And she told me, I asked, why did you break up? And she said, oh yeah, because he got distant. Because he got kind of distant. So basically, he broke up with her, which I'm assuming, bro. I didn't know anything else about that situation because I kind of stopped talking to her after that. But I was just kind of assuming, I'm just like, hey, he probably just got another girl. Because like, like, dudes from like 16, 17, 18 years old, like, they're like horny. So do you really think like a dude is gonna like break up with like his high school girlfriend or whatever that he's basically just like having sex with, endlessly, and he doesn't have to like really commit to her. He doesn't have to really do anything for her besides like maybe buying her food every once in a while. You think the average like 17-year-old guy is basically just gonna break up with a girl that he's basically getting unlimited sexual access from for free if there's not another girl involved? It's just like, no. So this girl, she was basically just kind of like casually dating this guy. And that's like dating, but it's just like she was basically like a fuck buddy for this guy that was basically just smashing her on and off like casually, right? And he didn't even really commit that much to her. And like you're hearing this and you're like, wow, like I thought this was like a wife quality girl. And like she's not. Like it makes your heart sink because it's just like it's like she's basically talking about how she did all this stuff with this guy, but then like she wants to play the game, like oh yeah, like we need to do a proper relationship, like we have to wait before we do any of that, and it's just kind of like gross, right? Like for example, if you're talking to a guy and she said, "Oh yeah, like I was kind of seeing a guy, I was talking to a guy, and like we had sex after like 2 weeks of like knowing each other," right? And you know that, but then you then start dating her and she says, "We have to go on a couple dates and we have to wait," bro. That's disrespectful to you. Like think about it like this, especially like if you're the better man, and obviously like if you're watching this point in the video and you're a guy, like props to you. You're actually watching content, like self improvement content. So like you probably are a good guy. Like you're probably like going to the gym. You're probably trying to get in shape. You're probably like working. You're probably trying to do something with your life. Like you're probably objectively like the better man, right? If she ever had like an ex boyfriend, you probably are. Most guys aren't watching like self improvement content like this, so you're probably the better man. So it's just like if a girl had sex with a guy that was like objectively a loser, right? Like he basically this guy was like a bum, like he basically didn't really even do anything. He wasn't that ambitious. He probably he's just not really doing anything with his life, right? And she had sex with this guy like a couple weeks with him knowing him, but then like you like saying you're objectively the better man. She's like, oh yeah, you have to court me. You have to take me on dates and buy me flowers. It's just like, bro, like you're getting scammed. Like that's just straight up getting scammed. It's kind of like like another analogy is like imagine that you go to McDonald's and like a guy in front of you orders a cheeseburger and he gets it for free. Second guy goes up to the window, gets a cheeseburger for free. Third guy gets a cheeseburger for free. And then you go to the window and then the cashier is like, that'll be like $20. You'd be like, why are you charging me $20 for the exact same like hamburger when these three guys like got the hamburger for free? You just be like, I'm getting scammed. That's the exact same thing. And it's just like, dude, like that's why like a girl's past is like extremely disgusting. It kind of depends because like, if it was like a committed relationship and it was only one guy and like maybe he did something stupid, then like yeah, like that's like still like a bit gross in my opinion. Obviously different guys feel different ways about that. But like if a guy was basically just pounding her for free and like they weren't in a relationship, she didn't go on any dates with him, and like he was like a lot of girls will do stuff like this. They'll just have like a casual like fuck buddies. He's kind of their boyfriend, but he's really not. But basically, this guy is just like smashing her for free. He's not really committing to her, and and most girls they do stuff like this, and they're not victims in this, right? Like most girls, like they do this, they enjoy it, right? Because most girls they just want to have like a casual like fuck buddy, right? Like they do. They want to have like a Chad hot boyfriend that they're into, just casually fucks them. They're not in a serious relationship at all. Most girls want that. Like most girls are into that. But you as like the good guy, you as like the good guy that comes in as the guy that's like, oh yeah, I want to pay the bills. I want to be a family man. They'll treat you, the guy that is objectively the better man that they want to settle down with. They'll tell you you need to wait longer for sexual access, and that doesn't even make sense. Like you're literally getting scammed. That's why I'm saying everything we've talked about, like background checking a girl's past, like you're not insecure for being disgusted by this, like like literally if you're a good boy, like you're a good boy, right? You're grinding, you're trying to be like a family man, like you want to find a wife or whatever. It's like, bro, you're not insecure about being disgusted by this. We've already talked about like, you know, the more sexual partners a girl has, like literally the higher the probability of you getting divorced and getting half your money taken goes up like exponentially, right? And like if another guy was basically pounding her for free, like smashing her for free, she didn't require any commitment from them. She's basically having sex with them for free. And then you come in as the guy that's like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna be like the husband type guy, and she makes you wait. You're getting scammed, bro. You're getting scammed. And a lot of guys buy into this misconception. They're just like, oh yeah, like, I know like men want sex, but I just want to be like a family man. It's just like, bro, like, we as dudes, like we want to have sex with women, right? Like it's just like, yeah, like we do. We want sexual access to women. Sure, sure. We're all horny, right? Like we are. But it's just like, dude, like most guys, if we met like a girl, say she's 18, 19 years old, never really had a serious relationship, never had like a sexual history, like super religious, all the green flags come from a good family. Like most of us guys would literally like get into a relationship with this girl and like we would just be completely happy to like date her seriously and her be like, we're not gonna have sex and be okay with that. Like most guys would be completely okay with that. I'd be okay with that. Like you actually meet like a wife quality girl. It's just like it's like yeah, you're horny, but it's just like yeah, but you actually have like this wife quality girl. If the exact same girl, you know, had like hookups or like fuck buddies, but then she's just like, yeah, we need to wait. We don't need to do that because this is like an actual relationship. It's just like, bro, screw that. Like you're getting scammed. Especially if you're the better man. It's just like, bro, if these guys didn't have to wait, I don't want to wait. Especially if I'm the one like that's actually like the serious relationship and objectively the better man. I'm like getting scammed. So it's kind of just like knowing your category, right? And that's what I say about like categories. And like we've already talked about why a girl's like sexual past is like important and how like if a girl has like a big sexual past where she had like casual hookups or she was getting pounded for free by another guy and he didn't have to wait, you didn't really have to commit that much to her, you shouldn't have to either, bro. Because if you are, you're just getting scammed. Like a lot of guys, like a lot of women, especially as they get older, they want the husband guy, that family man they commit to, that pays their bills, that they're not even that sexually interested in, while they also have the Chad hot boyfriend that they have sex with, but the Chad hot boyfriend doesn't want a relationship with them. He just pounds for free. So if a girl has had this Chad hot boyfriend, bro, it's just like, bro, it's just like she's not a wife quality girl. She's not. She's not. She's not. Like never think that, bro, that like this is never like a girl that you're ever gonna want to like seriously commit to or like have a relationship or like have children with. Like it's just not. She's she is. And the thing is, that's not a bad thing. Like a lot of dudes will call like women hoes or they'll call girls hoes like it's a bad thing. It's just like, bro, like hoes have always existed since the beginning of time. Like prostitution is one of like the oldest industries ever. It is. It is, bro. So for me to sit here and say like, oh, prostitution is bad or like women can't be hoes, like I'd just be lying, bro. Because bro, it has its place. Like they're always going to be wife quality girls and they're always going to be hoes. But the problem is like when you, Mister Good Boy, wants to come in and be all nice to a girl that's like objectively a hoe and you want to treat her like a wife, you're going to get heartbroken because you've mixed up the categories. Like treat the wife quality girls like the wife quality girls want to be treated and treat the hoes like the hoes. And that's how they want to be treated. Like the girls that are in the hoe category, like a lot of them will tell you, I want to get married, I want to have a serious relationship, but they don't because they'll do that. Like these girls that are objectively hoes, they'll do these things. They'll be disrespectful. They'll lie. They'll have male friends. They'll do hoe stuff. They don't want a relationship. They don't want a serious relationship because if they did, they would act like it. They want to basically have a boyfriend that they're not in a serious relationship with. There's really no commitment, and they just get pounded for free. This is what these girls want, right? And that's okay, but you just got to know your categories. So you have like your three categories of women, right? You have your wives, you have your girlfriends, you have your hoes. Your wives are literally like your wife quality girls, like no sexual past. They never really done anything. All the green flags, super religious. Like these are girls that you would genuinely like consider getting married to and having a serious relationship to. And here's another thing, another tip to a lot of you guys. If you actually want to meet like these wife quality girls, don't be like so forward, right? Because a lot of you guys, like you're young and like you're for horny and like you want to have sex, right? And you'll be like very forward to like girls. Do you want to go like meet up at the park or something? Or just like you'll be like really sexually forward. But the thing is, a lot of like these wife quality girls like genuinely like want to wait until marriage before they do anything sexually like with a guy. You're just gonna weird them out when you say stuff like that. So like when you're talking to girls, always be like extremely like respectful, be like kind, like call them beautiful, like call them pretty, etc. But don't jump to like sexual stuff until you know like she's like a hoe, bro. Because if you talk to like a wife quality girl about like sexual stuff, like she's gonna get disgusted and she's just gonna block you and not want to talk to you because she wants to be a wife. She'd be like, yeah, this guy that I would want to be my husband wouldn't act like this. But these girls that are hoes, it's just like, bro, if you come in as the husband quality guy, it's just like sure, like they'll maybe play the role. If you're gonna spend money on them, they'll play the role. But it's like, bro, they're not wife quality girls. Like, they just want to get pounded. That's what most of them want. So you come in and try to treat them as a husband quality guy, you're gonna get scammed. And also if you basically treat the wife quality girls like they're hosts, they're just gonna not want to talk to you, right? So that's another tip to a lot of guys. Like obviously the entire time that you're doing this, you're not telling her that you're background checking her. You're not telling her all these things. She might just think you're like kind of weird, but it's necessary. It's actually necessary. So your wives are your wife quality girls, right? You actually like they've saved themselves. They've never done anything sexual, right? They like actually want to be like mothers, right? These are girls that you would genuinely consider like for marriage. You have like your hoes, which we consider are your girls that have got pounded for free, but like a bunch of dudes that have had hookups or they had sex with dudes, you know, outside of really committed a relationship. And these are girls that you basically just never like consider serious relationship with ever, right? And then you have like your girlfriends, and these are kind of like the category in between, like like these are girls that they're not hoes, but like they're not completely innocent either, right? It's like a girl, she's like 21. She's had like a couple of boyfriends. She's had sex with pretty much all of them. She maybe had like one casual like partner. Like I would even say like a girl like that is maybe closer to a hoe, but she's kind of just like yeah, like we need to you go on a couple. We need to go on a couple of dates first, and before we like maybe do anything sexual. This is kind of like a girlfriend category. Like she's not like a complete hoe, like not like really like a complete prostitute, but she's not like a wife quality girl like either. Like genuinely, like you're not gonna wanna you're not gonna look at a girl like this and be like, oh yeah, like let's get married. You're not. You're never gonna be like, yeah, this is the future mother of my children. Never. So it's kind of just like knowing your categories and treating them how they want to be treated. And another thing is don't listen to what they say, just listen to how they act. And that's what I'm saying. Like you kind of got to do like a bit of a manipulation here, like seem like you're a sex enthusiast, so they don't lie to you about their past. But it's just like, bro, like once you can talk to a girl, talk to her for like just have a couple conversations with her. She's a hoe. She's a girlfriend. She's a wife, right? And just treat them accordingly. Like literally, be a feminist. Like treat these women how they want to be treated. Hoes do not want a relationship. They literally just want to have sex for free outside of a relationship. This is what they want. And wives want to be treated like wives. It's just knowing your categories. Where a lot of guys mess up is they'll basically put a girl that's clearly a hoe in the wife category, and they'll do all these things like, bro, like buy her flowers, like want to take her on dates. And she just is completely, oh, I think I'm going to have to stop the first part of this recording so my computer doesn't die. Yeah, we'll get back to that.